Well, the youth have sent a clear message to government. They say the COVID-19 economic recovery strategy must be green and responsive to the needs of young people and women. The issue was discussed during the virtual Youth Environment and Sustainability Dialogue. Let's discuss this further now with Maisela Kekana from the Environmental Affairs Department. Maisela, very good morning to you, and thanks for your time this morning. So that call, youth wanting a just and green recovery plan from COVID-19, what details came out of that? What are their expectations? What do they mean by that?
Good morning, and good morning to your listeners. The youth, as you know, are very conscious of climate change and have for quite some time have been calling on various governments across the globe to tackle or to take this issue seriously. The first point that they raised was that climate change should be addressed with greater agency by all levels and sectors of government. So that's what the youth called for. But furthermore, they called for more rapid introduction of renewable energies, greener public transport, and upscaling of circular economy. So those are some of the issues that the youth were raising.
All right, well, just for some clarity on what it is they mean, I understand that there was a wide range of ideas and suggestions that came through from them during this dialogue. Can you give us some idea of what it is they would like to see? What were their ideas?
Well, as you know, this is the Youth Month, and so the youth, this is the second dialogue that we had with them. But for this one, the specific focus from the youth was on greening the recovery. Hence, they made those interventions that amongst the youth, they are entrepreneurs and they need support, and they need to come to the table with government because the youth have got various ideas that they would want to actualize, they would want to see them realized. And those ideas range from innovative solutions to issues of recycling in waste and so forth and so forth. But of course, then there are issues that are more government-led, such as the deployment of renewable energies. So those are the things that the youth were talking about.
Well, I suppose, Maisela, as well, and I'm sure it would have come up during that dialogue, is the changes we actually saw in the environment during those first couple of weeks of lockdown, where we looked at pollution levels. I mean, looking at Venice and what we saw happening in the canals, where the water was clear, you could see fish there, swimming around for the first time in centuries, I suppose. Did they use that as part of their argument as to, that we could use the lessons learnt during dealing with this pandemic and lockdown to actually do more for the environment?
Yes, I mean, for the youth, this is very important. Remember, we are talking about their future here, because the more we pollute, the more we are going to change the shape and form of this planet. And of course, what COVID did was just to show us a glimpse of what it might look like, what a low carbon world might look like, and of course those examples that you cited were shown, in fact, or experienced all over the world. So the youth, of course, took note of that. But I must add that the youth have been on these matters for quite some time. We've been working with the youth for quite some time on these issues, and some of them actually on actual projects on the ground. They take this issue of climate change serious.
We'll just talk about the road ahead now, Maisela. We understand Minister Barbara Creecy making available R1 million to support development of youth-led projects, innovative ones, tackling these issues that we've just spoken about. So what's the process there? We understand that the application process starts on the 1st of July. So who can apply, and where do they find more information?
Oh, yes. Minister, of course, announced that based on the call that was made by the youth that they want to venture into this entrepreneurship entrepreneurial field, they would like government to assist them with the ideas that they have. And some of them are just ideas that can then be further developed into bankable projects. And this is where Minister Barbara Creecy came in to say, as the department, we have set aside about 1 million. And what we want to do with that particular money is to call on the youth to submit the ideas that they were talking about. And we are going to be opening the call on the 1st of July, and it will remain open for 2 months. What we will then do after that, we'll look at the ideas that the youth have submitted. Where there are similar ideas, we'll cluster those together and ask the youth to work together. But we will we'll select 10 from that because we believe that with 100,000 rand, you can be able to develop the idea into a bankable project.
Well, we look forward to hearing about some of those.
Yes, we've got other channels once we've got a bankable project that will help the youth to tap into so that they can start with the implementation of those projects.
Great. Thanks very much, Masela Kekana, for your time this morning.